We came here as a family.
Like, it's too dangerous for them to know.
It's more dangerous if they don't.
You're saying you're Superman?
I can't just abandon the world.
The world will always need Superman. Right now, this family needs you more.
Nag-take off na ang pilot episode ng Superman and Lois. Pinagbibidahan ito nina Tyler Hoechlin at Bitsie Tulloch. Sila rin ang gumanap bilang Clark Kent at Lois Lane kasama ng ibang DC superheroes tulad nina Supergirl, Flash at Green Arrow sa kani-kanilang TV series collectively known as the Arrowverse.
No, we've seen Superman before. We've seen him.
Mula nang una siyang sumikat sa comics noong 1940s, hindi na halos mabilang ang naging Superman movies at TV series, kaya pamilyar na tayo sa kanyang origin story. Sa Superman and Lois, hindi lang sila superhero at reporter, kundi mga magulang ng kambal na sina Jordan at Jonathan.
We were supposed to start filming the pilot in March of 2020. We didn't start until October 21st, 2021. So, what did I say?
You said like 8 months in the future. We're not time travelers.
Maybe we are.
Tinanong natin mismo sina Tyler at Bitsie tungkol sa mga kaabang-abang na ganap sa kanilang adaptation.
We're kind of at an origin story for his children, and what is his responsibility there to be there to guide them in their own quest now. But something that was important to us was that this did set itself apart from other versions of the story that have been told before.
Here you go, friend.
Thanks. Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
I saw the green car from Action Comics #1, and then there was the video game Injustice. By the way, Superman is one of my go-to players, and I disagree with Jordan that he's boring. So many incarnations, the source material is rich. So Tyler, in preparing for this series, which aspects of Clark and Superman did you choose to focus on?
One I really love for him is, it's what he stands for, which is hope. I love his eternal optimism. When I was younger, I think I was a romantic, which I kind of likened to someone who's a little bit naive to how the world works. And then I went through like a cynical phase and then eventually realized I don't want to do this anymore. I'm aware of the things that are out there that are awful and terrible. And it's not that we turn a blind eye to those things, but I think it's in spite of those things to still remain hopeful and think that we will get to a better tomorrow. Faith in humanity. And those are the traits that I really connect with and really admire about him.
Bitsie, you've said in interviews that Lois Lane has always been portrayed as a strong and independent career woman. She's one of comics' most successful journalists and not just the wife of Superman. And now comes another challenge for her as a mother of 2 adolescent boys. How important is it to you that your character is someone that women all over the world could relate to, especially in this day and age?
Hugely important. When she was introduced in 1938, that was a period in time where women were often portrayed as meek or demure. The husbands were the ones that worked and the wife was at home taking care of the family. She was always driven and uncompromising and dogged in her pursuit of truth and justice, especially in 2021 when the career of journalism has been under siege for so long. I try to portray that with a lot of respect and importance. What she does is incredibly important. Where she does have to learn to compromise more is in her relationship with her husband, because they disagree on how they parent sometimes, and also in her relationship with her kids, because we're talking about a city girl this is a metropolis city girl who is making an enormous sacrifice for her family.
Am I a bad father?
We're gonna be all right.
The most challenging here is obviously the things we haven't seen with the characters before. How do we become the best version of ourselves as parents?
I would say the first thing I thought of, and now we're doing it, when she's so challenging, was like not laughing all the time on set because we have so much fun. And you don't want to hold up the crew all day, but sometimes like we have like giggle fits and it's very hard to keep it together.
That is also true. Maybe the most challenging is working with Bitsie and actually getting through the day. Like that, like not in a bad way, but like in a great way. Just like we might not get there.
I think part of what makes our show unique is not only that we're seeing Superman and Lois as parents and as parents of teenagers, but we're seeing them mess up. The kids need a lot of attention right now. It's a very confusing time in anyone's life, being a hormonal teenager. And I find that a lot more interesting because it's relatable.
Tila marami rin ang makaka-relate dito sa panahon ngayon.
When we were dreaming about having a family, it didn't look like this, did it? Lost jobs, teens with severe anxiety, parents gone too soon.
Of course, the COVID pandemic has affected all of us in the world in many ways, our work and just our lives in general. How have you guys been coping?
We are so tremendously grateful to be working at all. We understand that a lot of people have lost unemployment over the last year because of the pandemic. I think the entertainment industry has really led the way as far as set safety, or, they're doing their best. Anything that we could possibly complain about, whether it's that everything takes a lot longer, it's harder to bond with each other when everybody has to stay 6 feet apart and is masked up. But overall, the overwhelming feeling is of gratitude.
Yeah, just very grateful to be back at work. It's some sense of normalcy, and to know that it's, at least giving people something that can keep them entertained or just kind of an escape is a really great feeling. So we're just very glad that we can do that.
No one ever dreams about the problems, but every life has them. Even the extraordinary ones.
Sino-sino kaya ang mga kalaban at kakamping makikilala natin? At bilang half-Kryptonian, namana kaya ng mga anak nila ang powers ni Clark? Malalaman yan sa Superman and Lois sa Warner TV. Ako si Shai Lagarde para sa GMA News.